a high-profile way. She and her son, Patrick Schwarzenegger, are home together. They've been on Instagram Live interviewing some of the most interesting people in the country about their experiences, and now they're here to talk with us. Maria Shriver, Patrick Schwarzenegger, welcome to The Issue Is.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yes, thank you so much for having us. We appreciate it.
All right, so I started watching, I follow both of you on Instagram, and I was sort of blown away by your conversation, so I invited you to be here. I'm glad that you're talking about it. Maria, can you talk for a moment about Patrick's decision to move in with you and sort of the inspiration for this show?
Well, Patrick very kindly said, why don't I come and live with you? You're by yourself, and it'll be good for us to be together, and I can make sure that everything's okay at the house. So I was deeply grateful for that, and deeply grateful to be rooming with him. And it's been really a lot of fun. I know a lot of people said to me that they're struggling with their adult kids or kids who came home from college, and that's been kind of a little bit bumpy. I know a lot of parents are struggling having small children at home, and I totally understand that. But for us, it's been really a wonderful, or at least I should say, I'm speaking for myself. It's been a really wonderful experience, I gotta say. So it's been, I'll be able to look back on this with great joy.
It's been a blast to kind of be back here living with her. And we were just thinking, what can we do together that will, bring some sort of optimism and positivity to the followers that we have? Like, how can we use our platform to inspire other people? And that's when we kind of just came up with the idea of doing Home Together, because that's essentially what we're doing. We're being home together. And we really wanted to use our platforms to highlight other people that were using this time to help people, to use their platforms to go out to raise money, to raise awareness, to use their own little niches towards their audience, whether that was Guy Fieri helping out employees of restaurants, or Bethenny Frankel, using her business and entrepreneurial background to go and find masks at certain pricing and not price gouged. Or if that was Mel Robbins giving, tips to people to have routines in their day. It's really tough out there, and we understand that, but we wanted to bring some sort of positivity and light at the end of the tunnel.
All of these people are trying to step into a space and help others. And that's what we wanted to use our platforms for, was to bring hope, to bring inspiration, but to also let people know that there are organizations out there to help them.
Right.
It's interesting. We had Dr. Oz on the show last week, and he said the way that you can find happiness in this moment is to find purpose. And I know, Maria, you write now once a day about helping people find purpose in what's happening right now.
Yeah, well, I think all of the people that we've had on Home Together have found purpose. They're all stepping up and stepping out. And I was raised by two people who expected me to be of service. And so at the Sunday paper, which is our weekly newsletter, we launched a once-a-day challenge so that people would think about, okay, how can I be of service? And whether it's calling somebody, texting somebody. Today, Patrick brought in egg bites made by him to me. That's an act of service. It's an act of love. And those things aren't small. I think sometimes people think, oh my God, these things are overwhelming. 10 million people filed for unemployment. How can I possibly help? You can help by calling somebody. You can help by dropping something at somebody's house. You can help by bringing someone in your home something you made. There are so many different ways. Writing a handwritten note. I think it's kind of all of us, when this is over, want to be able to look back and tell our children and our grandchildren, this is what I learned in this moment. If you feel helpless, the best way to turn that feeling into something positive is to go out and be helpful.
How are the egg bites?
They were good. They were good.
We both are Starbucks fanatics, and we go there for the coffee and egg bites in the morning. And since we can't do that, I've been making her some egg bites here at home.
Yes, they get better each day.
Very nice. I love that. And Patrick, you tweeted out something similar, which I retweeted because I thought it was so moving, which is this concept of so many people are home by themselves. They're not home together right now.
Yeah.
And taking a moment in your day every day to reach out to people that you may not have even talked to that much recently and say hello.
Right. So I kind of came up with that it just came across, I'm going to right now reach out to all the small business owners that I knew and reach out saying, hey, I'm thinking of you. Hey, is there anything I can do for you? Can I order food in from you? Can I, put it on my social media? Can I, anything? And it meant so much to these people. And I think that when this is all said and done, people will really remember who did those kinds of acts of kindness, who did check on them, who was thinking of them.
Totally. We're going to have to take a pause right there. When we come back, more with Maria Shriver and Patrick Schwarzenegger. And as we go to break, some music. This week, Jimmy Fallon invited Adam Sandler on The Tonight Show for a new song about this moment. Take a look.
Keep it to Zoom, or learn to play canasta from across the room.
Hey guys.
Hey.
We're back now with Maria Shriver and Patrick Schwarzenegger. The mother-son duo have their own Instagram live show called Home Together, where they talk to people making a difference. And Maria, I know you are so involved in the Alzheimer's community. In memory of your father, my grandmother passed away from Alzheimer's, and I do a lot of work in that community as well. And I know that community is especially hard hit with a lot of older people who can't be visited right now.
That's true.
What's your advice to people in that space?
Well, there's not only people who have Alzheimer's who are hard hit, whether they might be in a nursing home, a memory care facility, also their kids who are oftentimes their primary caregiver. There's a lot of home health workers. We haven't heard that much about them. We're focused, I think, and rightly so, on all the first responders and those in the hospitals. But there are millions of other people who are home health care workers who come to work every single day caring for somebody who might have Alzheimer's, other forms of dementia, Parkinson's, who might have a special needs child. These people do really kind of Herculean work day in, day out. And so we're working very much so, the Women's Alzheimer's Movement, to service this population, to service the children of this population who are very stressed.
A couple quick fun questions to wrap things up, too. Patrick, I'm jealous as a broadcast journalist because you get to now co-host with one of the great journalists of her generation. What have you learned about being a host from your mom?
I would say I've learned a little bit about preparation.
A little.
I'm used to just doing Instagram lives or talking with other people, just kind of going on the spot.
And Maria, the counter to that, what have you learned from Patrick?
Well, I've learned that Patrick's really good at this. Many people have said to me, wow, in the beginning you were doing that. Patrick seemed like maybe a little bit uneasy. Now you can barely get a word in. He's the next Anderson Cooper. He's from a different generation. And some of these people he's coming to them fresh, whereas I may have kind of interviewed them before, and he has a completely different perspective. So it also tells me the importance of working across generations, across decades, and how we can both learn from the other.
And one last question. So we see you guys on these Instagram lives. Maybe that's 1 hour of the day, but what's the other 23 hours of the day look like? Are we binging something? Are we reading something? What's the day in a life look like right now?
We've been a little bit of a mix. I just had shoulder surgery, unfortunately, so I've been rehabbing every morning, or trying to, and she works out as well. I think we're both big believers in having a morning routine, even if you're not at your normal work day and whatnot, because it creates kind of an idea of certainty and predictability in your day. The other thing we've been doing is binge watching. We've blown through Breaking Bad, and now we're doing Ozark.
Joe Exotic.
And Joe Exotic was
That's right.
bonkers.
Had you not seen Breaking Bad?
I had never seen it.
Oh my
I've seen
God.
so many shows.
Well, I hadn't either.
Everyone recommended it, and I was like, you know what? I have so much time at night. I'm going to do the 6 seasons.
I'm confused because I have a crush now on Joe Exotic, Bryan Cranston, and Aaron Paul.
Oh my God!
I don't know.
Well, when you're done with this, you need therapy, Maria, because that says something about you.
That's true. But I'll tell you what we've been doing. I continue to work on the Women's Alzheimer's Movement, which you said every day we're meeting, we're pivoting.
Yeah.
So we're trying to be out there and use this time effectively and proactively, and to be of service.
Well, you've been an inspiration for so many people for so long, Maria, and I think a testament to you is how incredible your kids are. All four of your kids are extraordinary successes, and it's great to get to know Patrick. I got to know Patrick at California Strong, this celebrity baseball game where he was the star of the entire day. We had the same. We both got like a single, and we're lucky to get on base, and then ran as hard as we possibly could. So it was nice to see you there.
I think we got doubles. Don't sell ourselves short. We got doubles.
Doubles. Yes. We appreciate that. Keep up the good work. Thank you for the inspiration. We hope all of our viewers will watch your guys on Instagram, and we'll see Patrick in this seat soon.
Okay, terrific. Thank you so much.
Patrick Schwarzenegger, Maria Shriver, thank you so much.